Hi, and welcome. My name is Lynn Allen Sion. I'm the president of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce, and I want to welcome you to our Meet the Member today. We're very excited to be able to have Central Hudson here, Alana Daly from Central Hudson. Central Hudson is one of our gold corporate partners, and we're very, very happy for everything that they do for us and everything that they do for the region. Today we'll be talking about one of the programs that they have, but before we get into that, I just want to remind you all tomorrow to please tune in on our Facebook page at 10 o'clock when we have our August breakfast, which will be John Lentini from Crestcom talking about resiliency in leadership. And in these days, we definitely need to be resilient. And I'm very glad that today with Alana, thank you for being here. We can talk about how you, through Central Hudson, are helping our businesses to be resilient. So welcome on our little Meet the Member today. First, I want to thank you for your membership in the Orange County Chamber and also for the corporate partnership as a gold partner. What we've been telling our partners, and I had mentioned this to Shannon, is that through the pandemic, because of your support for us, we've been able to assist people with the EIDL loans, the PPP loans, just various assistance, unemployment. So thank you for that. And thank you so much for being here. So tell us a little bit about what's going on. I know that Central Hudson has been really invaluable through the pandemic for our small businesses, especially the small businesses in your footprint.
So first of all, thank you. We're obviously proud chamber members, and it's an honor to be here today and talk to your membership about the programs we have to offer. So as you said, my name is Alana Daly. I'm in public relations here at Central Hudson. And yeah, we've been pretty busy since the pandemic. I think, similar to our partners in the healthcare industry, we know that the services we provide are critical. They're always critical. But when you have more people working from home and prior to June, we were all trying to educate our children at home, making sure you had reliable service from us it was more important to us than ever, perhaps. So, we tried not to miss a beat, and, we kept to it. And I'm here in my office today in Poughkeepsie. And the other thing that was so important following the pandemic was that we knew as, an anchor institution here in the Mid-Hudson Valley that the forced shutdown, which, we all understood had to happen, was going to have major impacts on our community. And our community is made up of so many wonderful small businesses, and we wanted to do what we could to help the community. So I guess maybe I'll run through some of the things we've done on,
Yes.
for our customers, and then I can jump into what the programs we have available to our small business
Sure.
customers. So on the community support side, we provided $100,000 in community support back in March. In your area, that looks like $25,000 for the Orange Sullivan COVID-19 Response Fund. We made similar contributions in Dutchess County and Ulster County because we knew it was important to partner with our counties as they were trying to help their residents get through this pandemic. In addition to that, we also provided financial support to the Hudson Valley Additive Manufacturing Center at SUNY New Paltz. We've been longtime partners with them. And one of the things that they were doing was they had the capability when supply chains were constrained to 3D print face masks, face shields for medical workers. Yeah, so we were really proud to play any small role in that. And organizations like Newbonds, some of the mobile testing sites locally were using the face shields and others throughout the region. So I think in all they printed nearly 30,000 face shields.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah. And, the organizations that were involved really just show what it means to pull together as a community. I mean, IBM was involved and like I said, the college and Central and so many others. So it was just, one of those feel good stories that comes out of these otherwise bleak times. So we were proud to support them. In terms of our residential customers, we, suspended all of our finance charges and our locking for non-payment because we knew, so many people would be forced towards unemployment, and that, we needed to do what we can to support them. Something else we did as a corporation, we have a last resort grant program where we partner with the Salvation Army, and we provide grants towards utility bills. It's called our Good Neighbor Fund. We doubled our corporate sponsorship this year to $100,000. So that's available to residential customers who are going through
that's great.
financial troubles. Thank you. Yeah, we're really proud of that. And it's, That has a veterans benefit component and an active military family component. So, I urge people, if they are going through, or if they know a family that could use assistance, that program is operating and available to our customers. On the commercial side, we also knew we wanted to be able to do something as the economy was able to restart. And I think, back in May, we launched our program that we're calling Back to Business. And this is an economic development program. I think in some ways we thought by now we'd be a little further along in reopening. I think maybe, I don't know if I'm alone in that, but I know we thought things would be a little bit further along. So when we launched, we committed $1 million towards this new program. And the program is a partnership with locally headquartered banks, like Orange Bank and Trust is one of them. And small businesses with 20 or fewer employees can apply for a new working capital loan with one of the participating banks. And Central Hudson will provide grant payments that pay down the initial loan payments. So what does that look like? It's a grant of up to $10,000 for the small business, and it can pay, say, the first 3 months payments of that loan. Our thinking when we structured it was that, as businesses were able to reopen and restart, they may not have the revenue stream that they would have otherwise had. So this was a way to help them jumpstart things without having to make another loan payment. Like I said, we have 9 partner banks that we're working with on this program. In your area, Orange Bank and Trust has been a partner, Roundout Savings, Sawyer Savings, the Bank of Millbrook, Rhinebeck Bank, Ulster Savings Bank, Walden Savings Bank, the Wallkill Valley Federal Savings and Loan, and the Bank of Greene County. So throughout our service territory, again, available to our small business customers with fewer than 20 employees. And I should just note, since I'm talking in Orange County and we don't serve the entire county, right, this is available to Central Hudson customers. If anybody has any questions on that, it's there's information on our website, and all of these participating banks are obviously ready and willing to assist and make those loans. And I will tell you, to date, we've had a nice response, and it will surprise no one. We're seeing a lot of the grants in the food service and accommodation industry, but they're really across the board. Local 17, which I know is based, their training facility is based over there in Orange County. I know they're a recipient, and another chamber partner of ours was a recipient. So it's also available to our nonprofit partners. It's really available to our local employers. So we're excited about that, and there's still plenty of funding left over. So happy to talk through any of that, or if you have any questions on that. In addition to that, we also made some enhancements to our commercial energy efficiency programs. So another thing, we knew would always be helpful. It's always great to lower your energy bill and reduce your carbon footprint. And we've had energy efficiency programs for a long time. But with this program, again, we're targeting our small businesses because we know that they're the most impacted by this pandemic and the shutdown. So we have a turnkey program that can go towards energy efficiency lighting or refrigeration. And this is a program where, working with a third party, we are providing, the end-to-end, basically from the audit to the installation. And it can take as little as 4 weeks to go from the beginning to the end of the process. And the incentives that Central Hudson is providing are up to 85% of the project costs. So not only is it a low cost installation for our customers, long term, they're going to see reductions on their energy bills. So it kind of helps on both sides. So I would say those are our 2 big focuses post pandemic on how we think we can help our small commercial customers, and the things we've been doing on the residential side. Do you have any questions on any of those programs, I guess?
Well, I think first, before I get into the questions, I really appreciate, the understanding that Central Hudson is showing for the impact that small businesses have. I don't want to say suffered, but they're still undergoing it. And, we're in phase 4, and to echo what you said about, we all kind of thought we'd be through it at this point. We're in phase 4, but we still have industry clusters who are still not even able to open, bowling alleys, gyms, etc. So they are very, very impacted. So the fact that Central Hudson is aware of those things and paying attention to small businesses is really vitally important. So I thank you so much for that, because there's been so much confusion about the PPP loans and the
Yes.
EIDL loans and the grants versus the loans. So this just sounds like a very straightforward program. So one of the questions that I have for you is, what is the application process for that? Because it's Central Hudson, but it goes through your banking partners.
That's correct. So because we assumed the volume would be pretty large potentially for a program like this, that's why we knew that being able to leverage other financing through banking partners, it would really be key to work with them. So the process is fairly simple. The way a small commercial business would apply for any new working capital loan, if they go to one of the banks I mentioned, they apply. The bank provides us minimal information. We just want to verify that you're a Central Hudson customer, and what industry that you're supporting, basically. So not a ton of information, but the bank submits that application on behalf of the applicant. And then when Central Hudson says, yes, they are our customer,
Okay.
they can move forward with the loan. And then the bank has the funding from Central Hudson and they apply it towards the first 3 payments. So it's pretty seamless on the small businesses side.
Okay, and so all of the loan eligibility runs through the bank.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Because just want to make sure that's not like the SBA loans. It's a little different type of process here.
Yes.
Okay.
The loans are at the discretion of the bank, and really there's no additional paperwork for
Okay.
the customer to get the loan, to get the grant from Central Hudson. We're managing that with our banking partners.
Okay, and because I do know you did mention 2 of our corporate partners that are your banking partners. One is Orange Bank and Trust, and the other is Ulster Savings Bank. Could you just mention the rest of the other partners that you have? I know you mentioned Rhinebeck, who's also a member of ours.
Oh, they are? Okay, yes,
Yep.
I can. Let me run through the names. So we have Rhinebeck Bank also, Ulster Savings Bank, as you said, Walden Savings Bank,
Also a member.
Wallkill Valley Federal Credit Union,
Mhm.
the Bank of Greene County, the Bank of Millbrook, Sawyer Savings Bank, Roundout Savings Bank, and Orange Bank and Trust.
Okay, so if somebody's already a customer at one of those banks, they should go to that bank if they're a customer, because they already know them.
Yeah, I would say if you have the banking
Okay.
relationship, but any of those banks you
That's
could
wonderful.
work with. And our reasoning for working with those banks, because we have gotten that question a few times, is these are banks that are all headquartered within our service territory. And again, we thought the importance of community and organizations that are vested here, just as Central Hudson is vested here.
No, and that's exactly what you're showing, is that it's tying the community together even more. And I know Steve Newhouse says this every once in a while on his daily updates, because he's in the military, and he said something about we all basically have to rely on ourselves here. So nobody's coming in to save us. The businesses, we have to support each other. And the fact that you're supporting them as a chamber, from the chamber's perspective, we appreciate that very much, because we're seeing businesses who need those lifelines. They've been really good. They've been good businesses. They're backbones of their local communities. So as far as their ability to access additional funds, or to at least have 3 months of that in a grant as opposed to a loan, and that does that go to principal, or does that go to interest?
Both.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So it's paying down the principal also. So that's one program. What other programs? Because I know on your website you have a brochure that people can download.
Yes.
So what are some of the other programs that you
Sure.
have through your economic development?
Sure. So prior to launching our Back to Business program, we have had a suite of economic development programs for over a decade. Those programs are a little bit different. We administer them here at Central Hudson. And those programs at a high level, they're focused on companies that are making significant capital investments and either, retaining a significant number of jobs or hiring, for new jobs. We've done a number of programs. We target our local manufacturing very often with those programs. Just up the road from Orange County, we just supported Sonotech. They were making a significant investment in their facility, so we supported them. Those grants range between $100,000 and $300,000. And let me think of some others. when UNFI located in Orange County, we supported that project as a significant job creator through our Shovel Ready Sites program over there. So we've done a number of programs in Orange County. We've worked very closely with the Orange County Partnership and the county itself on economic development. And we're proud to continue those programs. They are available. And, you know, we're always looking for additional opportunities.
Wonderful. Well, again, thank you, for all of the things that you're doing through Central Hudson. And so this is open to Central Hudson customers.
Yes.
And you're just so that people understand, because we have other providers in Orange County. So your service area is Newburgh, New Windsor, Montgomery, down through Hamptonburg.
Yes.
Blooming Grove. Do you take Blooming Grove in?
No, that's not us. We're not Blooming Grove.
Woodbury and Monroe.
So we are the gas provider down in Woodbury, but we are not the electric provider. It's one of those funny towns where it's Orange and Rockland for electric, and Central Hudson is the gas customer. If they are our gas customer, though, they would, they would qualify for these programs. They don't, not just our electric customers, but our gas customers as well.
So as long as they are a customer of yours, either gas or gas and electric, it's all good.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful. And so people will go through the bank for the grant program, and then anything else they would go through
Central Hudson. Yep. And we have a webpage at centralhudson.com. We have our economic development programs. My colleague Shannon Hester Jenkins and I, we field the other economic development programs. We administer those programs together, and I know you can. After the call, we can share contact information. You can share it with your membership. That probably makes sense, and we're happy to field any questions or potential projects.
Wonderful. Well, this is, as you know, this is a 15-minute little meet the member, and you've given us a wealth of information, Alana. So thank you so much for that, and really thank you so much for everything that Central Hudson does for small businesses and larger businesses in the Hudson Valley, because it's vitally important now. So the fact that you are that cognizant, and Central Hudson is that cognizant and concerned for the small businesses, because they are the ones who have been impacted so greatly during the pandemic. And we will get you the information. We'll get the information, and we'll get all the information for Central Hudson, for the contact information out to all of our members. And this will this is on our Facebook page, and this will live forever on the YouTube channel. Great. So
Great.
Yeah, it's all good, and so you can refer. People will always be able to refer back to this and then get the information back. So Great. I want to thank you so much, Alana, for being here today, and thank you to everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 10 for our breakfast with John Lentini on resiliency and leadership. And this what happened today. What Central Hudson is doing for small businesses. This is another way to be resilient, because it gives you a little bit of a buffer. So if you have any questions, you can always contact the chamber. We'll put you in touch with everybody in Central Hudson. So thank you, everybody, and have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.